Hello and hello. Welcome back to the Undisputed Champ YouTube boxing channel. The Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn fight is officially off. We lose another one. To be honest, I've been going back and forth with myself this whole week about whether I should do a video for this fight. Is this a good way to get back in by doing this fight? But my heart just wasn't in it because I always found it weird that a middleweight who's really a super middleweight was going to drop down to a catchweight and a welterweight was going to jump up. Both who aren't world champions, both who aren't extremely relevant at the time. One's a prospect really / contender, and the other one is like he's been around for a while, hasn't won any world titles yet. And I just found it a weird fight. I know it has the Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank connections. It's intriguing, but it's not the number one fight on my list. But the fight was made. We're in fight week. I got up for the fight. I was looking forward to it. I was gonna put a pick out, but Conor Benn has let everyone down. Conor Benn has let everyone down. He's tested dirty. There's no excuse for it. Tried to say, oh, I haven't failed the UCAD test, which is UK anti-doping. I'm still clear to fight, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not clear to do anything. You failed the VADA test, which is the Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency or Association. They're the world's leading at catching dope cheats, catching drug cheats. Yeah? UCAD may be there, but VADA, which you both are signed up for, are the world's best, and they've caught you. There's no excuse, Conor. Absolutely no excuse. Like, I was wishing the best for the guy. He was a up-and-coming fighter, had some explosive performances, but now I have to bring all those performances into question. Why are you testing dirty? You're going to say, oh, my B sample hasn't come back. Your B sample's going to piss dirty as well. Guarantee it. The B sample's coming back dirty too. Until you can come with a legitimate reason to disprove this dirty test, legitimate reason, unequivocal evidence, to me, you're a cheat now. You're a cheat. All your previous wins are called into question. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm not one of those guys that writes someone off forever. Like, I do think people can make mistakes and they should be able to come back. So, yeah, give him a 5-year ban. I don't want to see him for 5 years, minimum. Let him go and sit down. Let him go and think about his actions, all the money he's wasted, all his prime years that he's blown. And let him go and sit down and think about that. And then maybe after 5 years, we can have a conversation. But get Conor Benn out of there, man. He's fucked up a lot of money for a lot of people. Eddie Hearn, he's having the worst year of his life. AJ's taken back-to-back losses. That was his cash cow that he built Matchroom off the back of. Conor Benn, his new prospect, is pissed dirty, which is even worse than taking a loss. I don't even want to see Conor Benn anymore. Like, Eddie Hearn's stable's just on shaky ground. He's on like shale ground. All the pebbles are moving, and he's in quicksand right now. I don't know how he's gonna solve this DAZN issue, because DAZN put a lot of marketing, they put a lot of money behind this show, and now the show's off. The show's off. I know if Eddie Hearn could go back in time, he'd stay at Sky, man. Stay where it's comfortable, where he knows his ins and his outs. He's obviously taking a risk, and right now it's backfiring. Even on the America side of things, Canelo's not the drawing power he used to be anymore. He's taken an L. He hasn't really made a big enough splash in the American market. Hasn't got any of the marquee names. On the British side of things, his fighters are popping dirty. His fighters are taking L's. It's tough for Eddie. It's tough. It's tough right now, Eddie. It's tough for him. And the real loser in this is Chris Eubank Jr. Someone who obviously has worked very hard to try and get down to this catch weight of 157, a weight he's never fought at before. I know he was posting a lot of Instagram videos of him eating burgers and stuff, but I know he would have sacrificed a lot, all for nothing. In boxing, you don't get paid until you fight. The checks aren't released until you fight. So I feel for him a bit, man. I feel for him. I hope he's able to get a big fight soon, back in his actual weight division. I'm hoping, maybe there's some compensation in his contract saying if someone tests dirty, they got to pay up. But he's the real loser here because he's done nothing wrong and he's lost out on a major payday. Boxing. Well, I'm happy the fight is actually off because I don't want to see drug cheats in the ring. I know everyone says that it's rife in boxing. I don't want to see drug cheats in the ring. I don't want to see drug cheats anywhere near boxing. And yeah, Conor, go and sit down, man. Go and sit down. Unless I see that evidence, go and sit down.